Welcome to the McAfee DXL Broker and ISE integration VOD. We will demonstrate a use case of McAfee's EPO triggering an automated response, and the McAfee DXL Broker will quarantine the endpoint via pxGrid. The DXL Broker integrates with Cisco Identity Services Engine via pxGrid. McAfee's DXL Broker registers and connects to the ISE pxGrid node and subscribes to the pxGrid topics of information, more specifically the adaptive network control and session directory topics. In this use case, a McAfee ePolicy orchestrator threat event automatic response policy will be defined based on the deletion of the ICAR AV test file. Once the end user attempts to delete this file, McAfee's virus scan will trigger an alert. The McAfee DXL Broker will then quarantine the endpoint as defined by the ISE adaptive network control policy. This occurs based on the McAfee DXL Broker's subscription to the ISE pxGrid node. So let's log into McAfee's EPO orchestrator. We will select the data exchange layer fabric. We will select the McAfee DXL server, dxl.dxllab.com, and see the general information under properties. Here we see a successful connection to the ISE pxGrid node from the McAfee DXL server. Note under the requested topics, these are the adaptive network control mitigation actions that are available when the McAfee DXL client subscribes to the ISE pxGrid adaptive network control topic. Now we will select extensions. Here we see the installed McAfee extensions for pxGrid. Let's select the server settings. Let's select DXL Cisco pxGrid. This is the configuration for the ISE pxGrid node, which includes the IP address of the ISE pxGrid node, the pxGrid client groups that the McAfee DXL server will be assigned to once successfully connected and registered to the ISE pxGrid node. The session notifications from pxGrid and McAfee certificate password are also defined. Prior to this, the McAfee DXL server was configured to receive pxGrid notifications and also for providing the ability to query the pxGrid providers. Let's select automatic responses. Here we have a McAfee DXL automated response defined as pxGrid health. We will step through this example configuration. Here we have the enabled automatic response rule. The description name is pxGrid health, the event group EPO notification events, and the event type threat are selected. Here we have threat type equals test. The defined threat type has the following settings. Comparison is set to equals, and value is set to access defined. We accept the defaults for the aggregation values. Under actions, the query type is set for apply ANC endpoint policy. The endpoint will be quarantined based on the IP address as defined by the system identifier. The ISE ANC policy name ANC quarantine is selected. The McAfee DXL server will retrieve the ISE defined ANC policies as seen under the existing ANC policies. Here is a summary of the completed McAfee ePolicy orchestrator automatic threat rule. Let's log into ISE. We see that the user pxGrid1 has successfully authenticated and has been given network access based on the employee access authorization policy. pxGrid1 has also been assigned an employee security group tag. On the user's PC, the ICAR test file is run. An attempt has been made to delete the ICAR file. McAfee virus scan detected this alert. The endpoint has been quarantined as defined by the ISE ANC quarantine authorization policy. To unquarantine the endpoint, we simply select the endpoint and click on trash. This will clear or unquarantine the endpoint. The endpoint has now been unquarantined and once again been given employee access. Included is a reference slide. This includes the McAfee DXL Broker and ISE integration how-to guide and includes the procedures for this integration in greater detail. The pxGrid deployment guide details the installation of pxGrid in a production ISE environment, and how to use DXL with pxGrid provides other DXL configurations. This ends the VOD presentation. I hope you enjoyed the VOD and thank you for your time.